Hello there and welcome to episode 6 of Changing Eastenders. Now today we've got to talk about that episode that occurred on Friday, and isn't it strange to be talking about a half decent episode of Eastenders? We will talk about that in a moment. Today lots of news coming out. Dominic Treadwell-Collins, the Eastenders showrunner, has said that some Eastenders actors will go out and some will come in. So there's a big changing of the guard coming up, and there's a big... We're all confused online today because there's some kind of quote by Shane Ritchie kind of confirming that he won't be coming back after the Irish spin-off with Kat, with Jesse Wallace, of course. We don't know, it's not too clear. It does look like Shane Ritchie is probably not going to come back after he does the spin-off. But Dominic Treadwell-Collins has said there's a lot going and there's a lot coming in. This is all very messy again, isn't it? When you look at a lot of the people that Dominic's brought in, I wouldn't say they were a roaring success, would you? I think you could say Tina, success. You could say Mick. I could be happy with Mick Carter because he's Danny Dyer. Linda's okay. Lee, no. Johnny didn't last 5 minutes, did he? And then you go down, Aunt Baby, she's all right, brilliant actress, but not a great character. The Carters haven't been great. The Carters have been messy. There's no question about that. Charlie Cotton, does he work as a character? Is he a character? If you know what I mean. Would I miss him if he's gone? No, I wouldn't. Would I miss Alfie if he was gone? Yes, I would. And what happens if we lose Shane Ritchie? Do we bring in Denise Van Outen? All very messy, as I said. But now, let's talk about this Friday episode. This was built up to be a massive, emotionally driven Cat episode. We had June Whitfield cameoing, who was brilliant, of course, because June Whitfield's always great. She's June Whitfield, after all. She's a class act. She played a nun. But, again, it's all about the short term, isn't it, with this era of EastEnders? And this is what EastEnders has been all about for a very long time now. Very short term. Where's the Cat thing actually going to go? We know they're pretty much going to win the lottery. We know they're going to go to Ireland. We now know that she has this other son. Zoe had a twin brother. Who is he? Could it be Sean? No. He's not going to be Sean because the actor is not going to be coming back to EastEnders because he's just headlining a show called Frankenstein on the Fox network. Hasn't been given an order yet. I don't know if it's been given a series order. I think it's just a pilot order, and I think they're working on the pilot or just finished the pilot. So I'll get back to you on that one, but I think implausible for him to come back because there's been situations where he could have come back and he hasn't. So who could it be? Ryan will be my bet. Apparently he's got to be 31. So I don't know if Ryan will be 31, and obviously he's to do with, Whitney? That's Whitney's brother, isn't it? So, could it be? Could there be a secret to tell? Could Ryan be Kat's son? Maybe. It wouldn't be an outrageous thing to happen. Obviously, what Friday's episode did was get people excited about EastEnders again. Oh, she's got a mysterious kid. Who is it? Could it be this one? Could it be that one? We're kind of going back to Who Killed Lucy again, aren't we? He's got two kind of arcs this year. He's just told us about Kat. He's brought back the Stacey's key. So all that's... And then we got the Ryan thing. And then the other arc, of course, is bringing Kathy back to EastEnders. Now, this stuff with Kat is just really... it's camouflage. It's nothing really big's going to come out of any of it. It's just to keep our attention while we're waiting for Kathy to come back. That's the big arc. That's the big arc of 2015 for EastEnders, Kathy, and whether they can get that to work. I did like Friday's episode. I thought it was a really good episode. But does this derail me? Does this distract me for what I want to do with my EastEnders fiction and the crime, or taking it to the BBC so we can evolve EastEnders, so we can dramatically change the show? No, it doesn't change anything for me. One, one whatever doesn't make a summer, or whatever the saying is. I can't remember the saying. I'm sorry about that. EastEnders is still lost. It's still a bad impression of itself. It's become something that can't even be described anymore. Now, as I said, that was a really good drama, and I did cry in some of those scenes, and Jessie Wallace was immense. And credit to the director who actually directed Jessie, because he got a great performance from her. The director in these things is never mentioned. It's always, great performance, Jessie Wallace. Well, but what about the director who actually got that performance out of her? So thank you, whoever you are. I can't remember your name, and I'm sorry about that, but you did a great job. I thought someone should give you credit, do you know what I mean? So it was a great episode, but as I said, going forward, it don't really change with what we need here. It's still a situation that it's aimless. To me, the whole thing is still aimless. To me, maybe I can ask you a question and maybe you can respond to me on Twitter, or on Facebook, Mean-us on Facebook, Movies TV Mad on Twitter, and also now I'm on Instagram, and I'm Movies TV Mad on Instagram as well. So you can check out some pictures, not many because I only got there a couple of days ago, and some videos. It's not the same as doing it on this tablet because it's on a phone and then the screen's, it's a bit annoying, but I thought everyone keeps on going on about Instagram, so I should give it a try. So that's the question I want to ask you, and you can go on to Twitter and Facebook and reply to me. What does EastEnders mean to you in 2015? Not in 1985, not in 1995. Now, what does it matter to you? Who's your favourite character? Are you happy? Do you care that it's not what it should be? Do you care if it gets cancelled within 5 years' time? Or do you want to join me and create something amazing? This morning I had my music on while I was doing my speed walking. Every morning I'm doing that now. Got to lose the old stomach, you know. I'm trying to work out because I've got a holiday next month, and the moves are still there. It's awful, and this belly, it's just not good enough. So I've got to sort that out. Anyway, I'm getting away from the subject. So that's what I want to know. What does EastEnders mean to you? I have been meaning to actually do one of these videos because I want to really talk about a character that I've been working on. His name's Jimmy Law. He arrives with, as I said, I've spoken about Jimmy before. He's a really important character to me because I've decided if my EastEnders ever became a real show, Jimmy Law will be played by Benedict Cumberbatch. Now, you'll say, Benny Cumberbatch would never want to be in EastEnders. I mean, it's a soap. Why would he want to do it? But this is what I'm saying to you people. The kind of show that I would have would be so compelling, so gritty. You know, big names will be queuing up to be on this show, like they do with Doctor Who. That's what I'm saying to you. It will be a different reputation. And Benny Cumberbatch will be asking us if he could be on EastEnders, not the other way around. I know that sounds outrageous. So who is Jimmy Law? Well, Jimmy Law is this guy who turns up with these 4 children, they're not his, and he strikes up a friendship with Whitney and with Stacey. And everyone on the square is suspicious of him. And one of the quotes, I love this quote that I wrote down, even if I did write it down myself. Stacey questions him, "Who are you? What are you doing here? You've come to one of the most dangerous places in the country with 4 children that are not yours. Who are you?" Because obviously Stacey's concerned that he's abducted these children, even though he comes across really loving to the children and he loves them and he's very paternal to them. But what is he doing with these children? And so that's the character of Jimmy Law I wanted really to expand on, but I definitely wanted to tell you in my EastEnders fiction, Black Widow, if it ever came to it being me being able to evolve EastEnders and make it what I want to do with this crime war and all of that, I would want Jimmy Law to be played by Benedict Cumberbatch. I think I could just see him in this role, and I think it will be pretty special. Obviously, there will be a lot of ducking and diving with what I've got to do with the developing of this character. Yeah, but I think it's a strong role, and so this is why I would want it to be someone like Benedict Cumberbatch. Let me know what you think as usual. Am I being a bit picky? Should I be more happy with what happened on Friday night? I still think it was too convoluted. I still don't think going forward this changes EastEnders, makes it into the show that we need it to be? Up to you. Let me know. I'll speak again. See you later. Bye bye.